Hey Libra, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Amira. This is Monachopsis Soul Healing. Oh, did you see that? This is going to be your weekly reflection. All right, so we'll tap into what you experienced this past week, what you went through, especially since I was gone. Okay, and then we will see what significant lesson you were meant to learn through it all. Okay, now I do feel like you guys connected with someone really important. All right, for some of you it could be that you're in a relationship, like a romantic relationship with this person, or you already have some other kind of relationship with this person, but I feel like there was an important soulmate connection that occurred in your week. Now I also feel like the Eight of Wands. I feel like it was separate for a lot of you. Like, not necessarily we're in the same room or we're in the same house or we're at the same job and having a dialogue back and forth, but more so of an intuitive thing, more so of an internal thing where, but you're so connected with that person, so you're feeling each other's feels and communicating back and forth. And that intuitive communication is what I like to refer to it as. All right, so there's someone significant as far as that's concerned. But let's see. All right, general reading, of course, so everything's not going to be for everybody. All right, I'm hearing check your moon sign. Okay, so check your moon sign if you're if that's something you typically don't do. I like to recommend it regardless. Okay, the Emperor. All right. So big, bold, fearless, fierce energy here. The Emperor is a father figure, masculine energy, someone who is at the top of their game, I feel like. All right. So some of you may be in a position of leadership. I feel like this is your energy coming out here. Wow. And the Fool card. So Aries or okay, so you could be dealing with an Aries, or Aries is you have your moon is in Aries. All right. Moon in Aries. All right, Libra, let's see. Okay, but the Emperor, I feel like you did something spontaneous, or you started something. All right, in this position of leadership, taking charge, you took charge in some situation or scenario. I feel like it was a big risk, like you risked your, I don't want to say freedom. All right, maybe for some of you it felt that way, but it feels like really risky. Okay, like there could have been negative consequences that came from this. I mean, this Emperor could even just represent the person who had the potential to provide those negative consequences. Like, this is someone who's in a position of authority, who is a decision maker, the Emperor. Okay, but the Fool is somebody who doesn't care about consequences, or they're just like, you know, the consequences will be worth it. Yeah, the Three of Wands. Okay, more Aries energy. Interesting. Okay, so the consequences were worth it, whatever we're discussing here. Okay, maybe some of you have connections in high places. All right, what else occurred for Libra? What are we talking about here? Excuse me. Suited and booted. Yeah, so prepared for any kind of struggle. The High Priestess. Yeah, there's that intuitive connection or intuitive communication, as I said. There's some kind of soulmate, or yes, it's a soulmate, but it's someone who you're very much connected to. Okay, and maybe for some of you this is your father or your child, you as a father figure. All right, but I feel like there's somebody who you're very much connected to that helped you in some way this past week. All right, this could even be someone who passed on. All right, or maybe you guys had a family member or someone close to you who passed this past week or very recently. Okay, I feel like that connection, wow. I feel like that connection, I just realized I'm recording with my door wide open. Very interesting. That didn't happen by accident. There's meaning in everything. All right, let's see what's going on here. That connection helped you in some way though this week is what I'm trying to say, okay? Tell me more. What are we talking about here? What's that, Boston? Tell me more, please. Now my dog's gonna want to come in. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. All right, yeah, so some of you may have had a death, all right, in the family, or again, a friend, or someone who has passed on, who's leading you, who's guiding you, I'm hearing filtering. All right, so this person is somebody who you are very connected to, who helps you to make decisions or helped you to make some important decision. I feel like they're filtering people out of your life, or filtering thoughts out of your mind, or filtering things out of your way so that you can keep on track. Those are the specific words, keep on track. Okay, so maybe something was distracting, or someone was distracting you. All right, Papi, calmate. All right, but yeah, the Ten of Swords. So some of you, like I said, may have someone who passed on, or perhaps you're healing some abandonment issues even. Yeah, Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay. All right, let's get one more, and then we'll look at your lesson. So there's some pain that's attached to this or associated with this relationship. It's two, but I'm going to take it. So we have Justice and Temperance. Yeah, healing. I don't have this deck, but I've seen it used many times. All right. I think it's called Romance Angels. All right, don't quote me on that, but I think the card is healing family issues. Okay, that's what's coming to me. So you have the Justice card and the Temperance energy. Yeah, this is your energy here. But like I said, I feel like there's a very, very spiritual connection here and bonding. And the Temperance is like healing, moving forward, resolving trauma, moving forward from the past. I'm hearing adulting. Okay, so someone is adulting or getting used to adulting. Okay. Yeah, the Lovers. So a significant soul connection. All right, there's a soul tie here. Okay, or a karmic relationship even for some of you. You're meant to learn something from this. All right, so let's tap into your lesson. I like this, Libra. All right, the Temperance card is about going with the flow, accepting that something has changed. I always describe the Temperance card or relate it to if we woke up tomorrow and we didn't have a limb, right? If we woke up tomorrow and we didn't have an arm, I can't do the same thing that I did yesterday. That arm was really significant to me. I used it for however many years that I've lived, and now I have to do things differently. But there is this transition period, especially when it comes to grief, right? We know that denial is one of the 5 stages of grief. There's a transition period in there where we may still try to do the same things because that's what I'm used to doing. That's where my comfort level is. That's my comfort zone. But I feel like you guys are maturing, you're resolving something, you're healing, you're moving forward. There's a very spiritual energy here. All right, there's a very spiritual energy here. There's been some kind of inner awakening and resolution. Okay, here with as it pertains to another relationship or your relationship with someone. For some of you, like I said, it's your relationship with your father. But the Justice card is a realignment. All right, the Justice card is cause effect. It's consequences, like we talked about earlier. All right, this is someone who's being held accountable or taking accountability. All right, the truth, honesty. All right, you're receiving justice for this. Okay, maybe someone is finally coming forward and saying, Libra, I did you wrong, or I should not have done this, or I want to apologize. All right, the temperance is a peaceful resolution, and you're receiving that within some relationship, and it may not be, again, directly with that person. It may be, you know, because we act out our childhood trauma or our past trauma in future situations if we don't resolve it appropriately. So it may be within another relationship where you're like, wow, this person really reminds me of what I went through, or this person or this situation really reminds me of something that I went through in the past, right? I feel like that's sort of what's happening. I'm rambling. So your lesson is the King of Pentacles. All right, your lesson this week was in making practical decisions, being grounded, down to earth. I feel like heavy focusing on your body, your physical health as well has been really significant here, especially with this temperance energy. Being aware, all right, being aware. I feel like you guys have not really spoken up, or someone has not spoken up. Something has been dormant, but it's been brought to the surface. All right, and the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very practical, someone who's very trustworthy, someone who is committed, okay, someone who's very hardworking, is someone who is focused, okay, focused, very diligent, very disciplined. So this was sort of your lesson this past week. All right, maybe in being more practical as opposed to acting out of this Ten of Swords energy. All right, because this is a victim mentality, as is that Five of Pentacles. There could be some abandonment issues here that have been resolved or beginning to be resolved, but I like it. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.